y is directly proportional to the square root of t. Our first step is we copy the first letter, in this case y. We then always put equal to k, where k is our constant proportionality, what we're trying to work out. If it then says directly proportional, whatever comes next gets multiplied on the top by our k. As it says square root of t, well, square root of t in algebra, therefore is root t. Hence my equation is y equals k root t. I'm then given two values. I'm told y is 15, t is 9. Substituting into my equation, well, y is substitute 15. So I've got 15 is equal to k multiplied by root t. In this case, I know t is 9, so k multiplied by root 9. I know the square root of 9 is 3, and 3 times k gives us 3k. And I've still got 15 on the left-hand side. 3k in algebra means 3 multiplied by k. As I want to find the value of k, the opposite times by 3 is divide both sides by 3. Well, 3 over 3 will cancel to give us k. And 15 divided by 3 gives us 5. Once I've found k, I can simply substitute back into my equation. Hence, in this case, y, instead of having k is now 5, so y equals 5 multiplied by root t. I'm also told t is inversely proportional to the cube of x. Again, copy my first letter, in this case t. It's then always equal to k, where k is our constant proportionality. K is always on the top. As it then says inversely proportional, whatever comes next goes underneath my k as a fraction. As it says the cube of x, well, cube of x in algebra we'd write as x cubed, hence it's t equals k over x cubed. Once again, substituting my values, I know in this case t is 8 when x is 2. So on the left-hand side, t is 8, so I'm going to substitute t to be the number 8, is equal to k is what I'm finding, my constant proportionality, over x cubed, in this case x is 2, so on the bottom I'm going to have 2 cubed. Well, leaving the 8 on the left-hand side alone, I've got 8 equals k over 2 cubed, it gives us 8. As I want to find the value of k, I know the opposite divided by 8, therefore is to multiply by 8, and 8 times 8 gives us 64, so k is equal to 64. Substitute my value of k back into my original equation. Therefore, my second equation I know is t is equal to having k is now 64, so t is equal to 64 over x cubed. As we want to find a formula for y in terms of x, I know a formula for y is going to start y equals. Therefore, using the top equation, therefore I'm going to have y equals, on the right-hand side, 5 is fine, that's just a number, multiply by root t. Well, leave the square root alone, root. Instead of having t we know is 64 over x cubed. So every time I see t underneath my root, I'm now going to substitute t to be 64 over x cubed. We know from our laws of surds that when square rooting a fraction, that's the same as square rooting the top and square rooting the bottom separately. On the top, the square root of 64 is simply 8, as 64 is a square number. So the square root of 64 is 8, and it multiplies the number directly outside. Outside here, we've got number 5. 5 times 8 gives us 40. So I've got y equals 40, and I'm still on the bottom, I've still got the square root of x cubed.